Welcome to everyone who's tuned in to Twitch. This is the lead-in. We still got 40 minutes to go before the tour begins. And I'm still waiting for other members of the tour team to log in.
Hello, Larry.
Hello.
Hi, Larry.
Okay, let's see. This is SUSAN.
Yes.
There we go. Got your name on your window.
You?
I had just put up a note that I was waiting for other members of the tour team to log into the chat room.
Okay.
And you got here just before I added my
Yes.
follow-up message. I was going to say that many, many years ago, when I first started doing the Saturday tours, I did it on my own completely. With no... I didn't even have Murphac along with me at that point.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. And I was just thinking, am I going to have to bow out the same way I ushered this stuff in?
Hey, if you want to, I can log out.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I never wanted to go back to those days.
Oh yeah. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Especially when Zeke is out today picking grapes. You got his email, right? Saying he's picking grapes today. He can't make it because he's picking grapes.
No, I didn't see that. Let me check and see if I got something. No, I don't have any incoming mail.
Maybe he did a reply instead of a reply all.
Probably. Because the only email I've got in my inbox at the moment is your reminder earlier this week.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I deleted his response. Let's see. I got an email from you reminding me to go to Video Ninja.
Yeah.
Oh, you sent the email to everybody, including Zeke, which makes sense. I probably deleted the email from Zeke because I assumed he did reply all. Well, anyway, now you know.
Well, it's not like I was counting on him being here. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have two hosts.
Pardon?
That's why we have two hosts. That way, if there's a no-show, you still have help. Plus, RK. Well, RK can help with stuff you don't really need help with, but with supplementing. Pretty sure.
The question is he going to make it today? RK.
Well, he didn't say he wasn't, though he probably is. Oh, Shiloh's here today. Good. She'll ask a lot of Stump Larry questions.
No.
I did notify, after last month's tour, I did notify the Guild of Messengers through their website that this would be the final tour. Yeah. I also edited their email that they update every month to say this is the final tour. Did you advertise in Facebook?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and you said this was the final tour, so...
Yes.
Okay. Bittersweet. Very bittersweet. Could use a break, but I'm going to miss everybody.
I think we can all use a break after 3 years straight of this.
Yes, exactly. I don't remember what was the amount of time between the first one, which took 2 years, and this one. I would have to look at my calendar. Check my buddies list. Oh, before I do that, I want to share a keymail with you that's posted on the left imager. Sure. This is a keymail I wrote and subsequently edited announcing the last 3 tours. And if you want to, since it's on the left imager, if you want to, when we're done here, post whatever sort of goodbye message or see you next season message that you feel is appropriate, you can do that. Already, like I said, it's already on the left imager. It's dated 6/24/25. It should be in your incoming email.
I see something flashing on my screen there. Let's see.
I don't know if Mirfac will. Well, Mirabot's not even online, so
No.
I doubt Mirfac will be here either. Invoice. Do I have you friended? And I want to make sure I have everybody friended in Discord.
Shiloh just came in.
Yep,
And
I announced it.
And Rose here as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, I just announced in Buddy's chat that we'll start in 25 minutes. Yep, Ro and Shallow. And then Death Cathwan's also online in Buddy's chat. He would have gotten my message. Hello, Ural or Ural, however you pronounce it. Thank you for coming. I don't know if it could be oo, right? Or you with a Y sound.
Depends on which side of the Atlantic he grew up on.
Just what are my duties as hostess? Herding cats, you know, and I say that with the utmost affection. The reason I rolled a special tune avatar specific to the tours is so that all my buddies are the regular tourists, and that way I can keep track of them, to herd them, to make sure they're, you know, on time for the tour, to remind them about the tour. In the event we get thrown out of an aid, to give them instructions how to get back. I know we do use voice chat as well, of course, which is tremendously helpful, but I also was responsible for making the schedule, which this year was 3 years long. The schedule meaning the order of ages that Larry guides us through. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, now that we're 3 years, you know, into it, that I just basically go in order of the books on the Realto bookshelf. Surprise, surprise. Neither. We used to use Skype. We couldn't get Discord working because of Larry's OBS software. We were using Skype until Microsoft discontinued it. What was it, 3 months ago, Larry?
Something like that.
And so now we're using something called Ninja?
Video Ninja.
Video Ninja?
Yeah.
Because Larry's like the Wizard of Oz, where he has to pull all these levers, move the sliders and stuff, and he has to make sure all his computer systems are compatible.
No, we don't. That's one of the things. I settled on Video Ninja when I was searching for a replacement for Skype for two basic reasons. One, it's completely free, and two, you don't have pretty much everything else limits the amount of time that you can be in a conference without paying for it. Video Ninja You just log into the website and to the appropriate channel, which has to be opened by the first person. And after that, it's on for however long you need it. And no, Zoom didn't work. I looked at it; it did not work out. I forget the exact reason. It may have been because it was timed. It may have been that I couldn't get it to work with my OBS software.
OBS, not IBS.
Right. Open Broadcasting Software is what that stands for. Or Open Broadcasting Studio, one of the two.
Can you hear us okay over the music, guys? Sounds like you can. Ooh, Shiloh. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Larry, so I guess the tour will restart a month from now, day one, with Shiloh's help. She'll have all her questions printed out and emailed to you before the tour. All her sublary questions.
As the saying goes, not only no, but hell no. We're taking at least a year off no matter what.
No, seriously, Shiloh, that is just a very generous offer. So I assume you have Larry buddied. One thing that the two of you might want to discuss privately, and I don't want to put Larry on the spot, is whether or not he would join either this avatar or an alternate avatar to this hood.
I'm not a member of this hood. This is yours.
You're not a. Well, that's
No.
ironic.
Well, it's because of that. I've got the hood
You're
that
you're
I
you're
am
in a you're in a DRC hood. Sorry for interrupting.
I'm in that. Actually, the reason why I don't want to change hoods is because I'm in hood number 4.
I know, yeah. Well, but I thought one of your alts is in this hood. Let me see here. Who are my neighbors? Oh, well, your Cavern Tour tune, Avatar. You guys, Mula calls it Avatars. My other video game calls it Tunes. Cavern Space Tour belongs to this hood. The one who created it. He still exists, doesn't he?
I presumably, if he's still showing.
Yeah, if he's still showing as a neighbor, I would assume he is, but maybe you should check that. But anyway, yeah, Shiloh, I said earlier this final tour is sort of bittersweet. And we're glad you love these tours. We love having you. We even love having Ro, even though he's just a consummate troublemaker. Wink, wink. And I say that with great affection because I adore Ro. He's flattered by that. He's also, just fun fact, if you don't know this already, he's a Disneyland fanatic. You're not. You're not a troublemaker, or you're not a Disneyland fanatic. Oh, by the way, the chats, our hood chat's not showing up on YouTube, so that's why I'm sort of doing an oral commentary of what we're writing here in not Kin chat, hood chat.
Yeah, I'm watching the hood on a different computer.
Yeah, but you're not streaming it on Twitch yet. In fact, nor would you stream it on Twitch at all, because it's going to be entirely
Correct. I'm
a
not
Twitch
going to.
tour.
That's
Yeah.
why I have it open on different computers, because I'm
Right.
not going to be showing it.
Right, so you can read it. So yeah, just I guess Shiloh, Hound Larry, daily, weekly, monthly for the next X number of months. Well, you know, Larry's getting old now, so you got to give him a break. I think he's a year older than I am.
67.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That old, just seasoned. Are you saying he's salty, bro?
Actually, Shiloh, I was thinking it would probably be more like the end of. Actually, I was thinking the end of 2026 if I started it up again, but I'm not sure that would be the right thing to do.
But Larry, you play, but seriously, you do play the game on a regular basis, right? You're not taking a year off from the game. You're just taking a year off from leading these tours.
Oh no, I don't actually log in regularly. The only thing I ever log in for the most part these days are the tours.
Okay, so once again, it's between the two of you if you want to exchange emails.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that over YouTube.
Actually, I'm not only involved with Second Life, but I've gotten involved with another one called Kitely, which is, I guess you could call it Second Life Light. Which reminds me, how many people do we have?
Oh, in Twitch?
10.
We have 6, and that would be including me. I see a number 6 next to the head and shoulders icon at the bottom.
I'm seeing 10, so that maybe you need to refresh your screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see 99. Oh, just.
It's up to 11 now.
No, it still says 6 for me.
That's strange.
Hello, Attain Chan Chobe Hair. And I'm sorry, I don't remember who you are, what your avatar name is in Moolah. Dawa is here. Mawa.
Hello, darling. She,
Connor? Okay.
Yes. He's obviously Irish, because
Okay.
the Irish don't pronounce things the way they spell them.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's because in Gaelic, when they spell things, they use a lot of the consonants and vowels to tell you how to pronounce various things.
Oh, it's Shiloh?
Yes.
Connor is Shiloh? Oh my gosh, okay. Dr. Shiloh.
But basically, all the extra letters is supposed to tell you how to pronounce the ones that matter.
Right. Well, I butchered it anyway.
Yep. You're not the only one. You have to basically be able to speak the language in order to know the difference.
No word from Arte yet, huh?
Yeah, he hasn't logged in yet.
Okay, you're on my friends list in Discord. Burfak is on my friends list in Discord. Arte is. Nikas. Oh, good, I can exit out of this Discord channel that we used to share.
Yep. Yeah. When I posted my notice that this was going to be the last tour on Facebook, she was one of the ones who replied to it about how sad she was to see it go.
Oh, Shiloh?
No. Darlene.
Aw, yeah.
Let's see.
Shiloh, you are female, aren't you? I've been calling you female.
Connor says, yep.
Okay. Whew. Okay, so... Thanks, Shiloh.
Let's, in the game chat, she said, yes, I'm female.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
You read her last comment there?
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna read Rose's comment. It's a little bit racy. I told you he was a troublemaker. Well, the Cavers are online on my buddies list. I hope they're listening. Yes, Decathlon. I keep trying to make it to Arte's 10:30 p.m. my time story night, but I'm not as young as I used to be, and I'm just too sleepy. But I do set my phone alarm. Don't yawn, Ro. Don't yawn. No yawning. Oh, Cave Woman is stuck in the Nexus. Uh-oh.
Trying to get to the Nexus.
Trying to get to the Nexus. I need to start playing this game again so I can visit all the fan ages that have been added the last few years.
Thora, Larry, and the tour team from Carol.
Shara. Carol? Oh, K-A-R-E-L. Carol.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're displaying Twitch chat on YouTube in your channel, but you're not displaying the chat. Rose says he can't stay up late either.
Yeah. I was about to say that I have a tendency to go to bed anytime between 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. But on the other hand, I get up around sometime around 5 to 6 o'clock, and I haven't had my alarm turned on for pretty much since I retired.
Wow. Are you getting more hours sleep per night than before you retired?
Yes and no. It's just that I'm not I'm going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time, but I'm not using my alarm clock at all to do it.
Interesting. Shiloh says most of the regular weekday events are smack in the middle of my clinic day. Aw.
Anyway, I sent Shiloh my email address
Oh, thank you.
through the game chat, so...
And I'm going to email you my final cavern tour schedule with all the past dates on it so that you can share it with her if and when the time comes. My coffee would kick in, I would be able to remember where I store it in my computer.
Now I can stop and annoy you.
Oh, it's under entertainment. Surprise, surprise. Cavern tours. Okay.
5 minutes. Still no Arte.
Okay. Well, sometimes you're in a little late.
I
For those...
remember to keep looking because whenever you people log in, you log in muted, so I have to turn your chat on before you can be heard.
I think I just heard Cave Woman say that Story Night is canceled tonight, which leads her to believe Arte's not going to be here. Is that correct, Cave Woman?
Ah. Earl has logged into Twitch.
He has a family obligation. I'm sorry for interrupting. Arte has a family obligation.
Ah. But yeah.
So it's just you and me. I don't know
Earl,
if we can handle it or not, but
we'll get by. Anyway, his name on Twitch is Clark22220.
Whose name on Twitch is that?
Earl.
Oh. Okay, Earl and then Clark. That's the opposite of Shiloh's Twitch name and her real name. Let's see. Attached is my final cavern tour schedule for the
that means I won't have to keep glancing over at the chat room window. Huh. Cave, cave, they said the cave one is having trouble with that too. I didn't, strangely enough. I logged in, went to Nexus, went to the hood, and that was that. Oh, ouch.
Okay, there's my final schedule with all your YouTube dates in parentheses for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'll forward that to her when she contacts me by email.
Oh, terrific. And it's okay, she has my email address too.
Okay.
She won't be able to pronounce my last name. It's almost as bad as her Gaelic name. Server knows this is the last turn and wants to get in the party. That's what Deathcathlon says. Okay, let's see which of my buddies are not here in the cavern. In the hood, we have about 30 seconds left to go. Yep, everyone on my buddies list is here in the hood. And everyone in the hood is on my buddies list.
Mm.
Oh, except for Magic Carol. But I think Carol is... Yeah, Carol is. But yeah, I guess, Laura, your final housekeeping thing is to make sure your cavern tour avatar still belongs to this hood.
And there goes the music. So...
All right. Should I start?
May as well.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming to our final cavern tour for the 2022 to 2025 seasons. Yes, it's been going on about 3 years. Today we're going to finish up with Myst 5 End of Ages. Larry will be touring us through, guiding us on Twitch only, obviously, because there's no Myst 5 join Tamula yet. On Twitch, we will be covering the age of Todelmer and also the age of Releeshahn. And I have a feeling he's going to be sharing a lot of information of us, which we would otherwise not know, even if we've played, Myst 5 several times, which I hope you all have. So we're not going to be traveling anywhere. Zeke couldn't make it today. He's actually picking grapes. Arte could make it today because he has a family obligation. And I don't know why Murphac's not here, but we didn't need him for transportation and special effects anyway. In fact, Mirabot's not even online, so maybe he's on a vacation or taking a break as well. No. Well, Verna is saying, I have not played Myst 5 yet. See you all soon. Larry, I guess it's inevitable that you'll be sharing some spoilers. So
Not
is
really.
it right? It's up to you, Verna, whether or not you want to risk maybe getting some spoilers about it. But we would love for you to stay. But if you need
we don't cover any of the gameplay items. We just talk about what's there.
Yeah. So, we're welcome to stay, but if you need to go because you want to keep it a complete surprise, if and when you play it, we understand. But thanks for coming. So with that said, take it away, Larry.
Okay. As she mentioned, this quote unquote season has lasted us 3 years because every time I do one of these tours, I wind up digging up more information to share for the next one. And what started out, and it's also the fact that when we first started doing the tours, we did them on a weekly basis. Then after a point, Murphat got extremely popular with his ability to do special effects in game and was no longer able to make it for every week. And that was also a good thing because I used to get extremely burned out doing that intensive schedule. So so between the less frequent dates and the fact that the tours themselves have gotten longer and longer, yeah, these things take this thing's taking a long time to get through nowadays. Anyway, so as we were mentioned was mentioned earlier, this is the last tour of the season, and we're going to be taking a year off. Susan is dropping out as the hostess of the tours this year. However, that doesn't mean she said told us that doesn't mean she won't be back occasionally. In the meantime, it looks like Shiloh O'Brien has volunteered to take up the duties for a new season. So in late 2026, it may be that we'll be picking up again from the beginning. Today, we are, of course, going to be visiting Todelmer, which you can see in the stream window. That is the game where right there, which is why we see stars twinkling and meteors flashing by occasionally. Actually, those aren't meteors, but I'll get into that later. Okay, let's see. The first thing that we need to know about Todelmer is that it was an age written for astronomy. The age is made up of telescopes, mechanisms, controls, and various kinds of rooms, all set on gigantic stone spires that tower over the surface of the world. The world of Todelmer is the moon of a ringed planet. The atmosphere over Todelmer seems to be exceptionally clear, and little of if any distortion is imparted to the images seen through its telescopes. The word Todelmer in Dni means planetarium. It's a portmanteau of the words To Delan Mer, which literally translates as place, sky, watch. Escher didn't have a lot to say about the age when speaking, but he did say, Todelmer, built to study the heavens, and glorious heavens you will find here. I'm only sad we were never allowed to finish. The age of Todelmer's most notable feature are the rock monoliths that are scattered across the surface as far as the eye can see. They are also the age's biggest mystery. Todelmer is located on a moon that is pocked with meteor craters. Uh, How the spires formed and remain intact on such a surface is a question that there is no answer for. Let's see if I can. There we go. On the horizon, you can see that it does have an atmosphere. Let me go ahead and scroll down a little bit so that you can see. The moon's relationship to the sun does not appear to change whenever we visit it, so there is a possibility that the moon revolves at a speed that keeps the same side of it always facing the sun. The ground surface beneath the spires is made up of rivers winding through greenery that the available documentation calls trees, implying that the landscape is made up of dense forest. Okay. As seen from space, most of the moon's surface appears to be colored green. I'll show you a picture of that. Let's see. Thank you. Oops. Why is that? Okay, let me see.
Forgive me for interrupting, but Mawa announced that her son Rawa just passed his 10th anniversary of his brain tumor surgery. Isn't that incredible?
Let's see. Why am I? Oh, I know why. There we go. He still has a lot of problems, but again, he's definitely passed a milestone, that's for sure. Anyway, there is a picture in the stream window of the moon that we are on right now. The craters on this world's surface appear to be weathered, suggesting that there may be wind and rain to wear them down. The reason why the Denis built on top of the spires can be seen in this photo. Hang on just for a second while I bring that. I need to find that picture. Oh, the picture that's currently up should be the tops of the trees down on the surface. Okay, this is the picture. No, here we go. This is a photo for standing inside or on the rim of one of the craters on the surface. The point behind that I wanted to make here with this picture is that if you look at it, you'll see that there are clouds in the air above the ground surface. There are clouds visible, but they are all very low and far beneath the tips of the spires. By building where they did, the clouds are not a problem at all for the telescopes. The Denis built their main facilities on one of the thickest of the spires and spread their telescopes and other structures out onto other spires in the area. Let's see. I believe that was...
So Deathcathlon is confirming Todelmer's the moon of the ring planet.
Correct. That's correct. Here we go. This is the picture that that goes along with what I just said about the spires that the facilities are built on. Cables were strung from the main spire out to the others to adjust the 4 large telescopes that were used for deep space imaging. Okay. Okay, why am I not? There we go. As usual, it's a cavern. You know it's a cavern tour because something went wrong.
We got to go out with a bang. Did you get those shots using fly mode, or were these published
Yes.
by Science somewhere?
No, I got those pictures myself
Nice.
from this game. Let's see. The first room that we come to as we walk along is the main control room. The main control room of the facility is set in the bottom of a shaft that extends all the way up to the top of the rock spire. So you can actually look up there and see a place that you'll be where you stand later on. Okay, so back to the game.
Earl is asking us if there's air where we walk around. I think what he's really asking, I mean, I assume there is, so we can breathe because we're actually touring the moon. So I assume there's some sort of atmosphere around the moon.
Yes, I showed that a few minutes ago.
Oh, I apologize. Okay.
Okay, why am I not getting back to... Sorry about that. For some reason, my mouse does not want to go back into the game window. There are 4 of these mushroom-shaped control stations. These are the controls that for the main telescopes. Each telescope has its own set. Okay, that person who said they hadn't played the game yet is no longer with us, so I don't have to be quite watch what I say quite as much. Anyway, if you look in the, let's see, can we see my mouse? Yes, we can. Okay. If you look at this circle right here, this tells you which quadrant of the sky that particular telescope is aimed at. So we've got that one pointing at the southeast, this one pointing at the southwest, and the two northern quadrants are on the opposite side. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Northeast and northwest. They have levers on them, or sliders, or whatever you want to call them, that change the orientation of the scopes, and each station, as I just mentioned, covers a quarter of the visible sky. Something that can be pointed out is that if we look here, the two numbers that we're seeing there, that's below are the two Denis number ones. Above that, you'll see that number with the slash, diagonal slash across it. That is the Denis number, which I call a cyclic 25. Like Denis timepieces, the numbers on this control station use a special version of the number 25, which is used when the readout that you're looking at circles back to the number 1 after you've gone through up to 25. The normal number 25 looks like an X. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and walk out of here. Oh, something I should point out before I forget about it is that we do have animals on this age, if only the one kind. That's a solitary firefly, and except for its coloring, it's very similar to the ones found in the residential neighborhoods of the Denis Caverns. They aren't circling around every lamp, but they are around a number of them. There's another. Okay, now we're up at the top. At the top of the main spire, there are two buildings right there, and the cable system for adjusting the telescopes. Along with the 4 large telescopes, there are small telescopes, like this one here, that would probably have been used for observing objects in near space or to identify areas for the large ones to target. And if we look, let's see, where would be a good place to go to see what I'm looking for here. Here we go. That over in the distance right there, surrounded by rings, is one of the large telescopes. Let's see if I bring up my images here. Okay. Here's one of the large telescopes from up close. This is the small telescope. Let's go ahead and back up. Here's the side view of one of the large telescopes. Okay. There are 2 domes here on the top of the main spire. Whoops. I didn't intend to do that. I was trying to. There we go. The dome that we're seeing right here is the top of one of the shafts, is the top of the shaft that takes the cables down to the control room. So it's basically just a place to hang the pulleys here that help that the cables are strung on in order to go over to the telescopes. The larger dome right here covers the top of the shaft that the control room sits in the bottom of. Inside this dome, we see one of the objects that this name is that actually gives this age its name. That looks and probably is a planetarium projector of some kind, which is why this place is called the Planetarium Age. There are 2 of these placed around the age. One is here, and another is in a similar dome on another spire. Okay. So, tab. Let's see. There we go. Oh, yes. Before I go down too far, the sign that we see up above me, let's go back up a little bit, is a map of the cables that run to the various telescopes. And it shows you where each telescope that on that in relationship to you is pointing which quadrant of the sky it covers. The center blue circle is the spire that we're on. The green line is a cable car that runs over to another spire where the second planetarium dome is. Okay, so now I need to look back down. And as we go down the stairs, this is the shaft that the control room sits at the bottom of, and you can see the red lights of the around the control stations down there. Let's see if I can get a slightly better look at anything. Now, we don't get a great view of things, but there it is. Going further down the stairs, we come to the doorway that leads us out to the cable car that goes over to the other planetarium spire. Next to the other planetarium dome is another one of the small telescopes. On the large telescopes, there appear to be two light gathering tubes. Let's bring that back up. Yeah, there we go. Surrounded by other instruments. So this telescope may be capable of gathering information by several means instead of just normal light. The images, of course, are transmitted back to the control room, so the telescopes are completely unmanned. Since the telescopes are, I can zoom in. I forgot about that. There we go. Since the telescopes are above the cloud layer, there was no need to protect them with observatory domes. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, actually, I can do this as let's go back up. No. Here we go. Looking at the small telescope again, it has a clever design that allows the light gathering in to move independently of the viewing lens. An observer would be able to stand and look through it without any need to adjust his position because the telescope moves vertically and the horizontal movement is done via a turntable the entire telescope is mounted on and upon which the viewer stands. So to go from side to side, everything, including the observer, moves, but the to look upward or downward, the telescope moves independently of the viewer and the lens he's looking through. Virtually nothing is known about animal life on the moon. Uh, However, that doesn't mean there isn't any. Since there is air to breathe and evidence of forests and rivers, the chances are good that there are animals in the forests. As I pointed out earlier, the only thing that we know for certain is that Todelmer is home to a type of animal that's almost synonymous with Denis ages in general. That of course is a firefly.
Did you answer Cabra's questions? What do they eat?
The fireflies?
The animals, I guess.
Well, they're animals, so they probably eat the plants, and there's a good chance there would be some who'd eat other animals.
Yep.
There's plenty of water down there, and there is plenty of plant life. The one thing I can say about the fireflies, the difference between the ones in the Denis caverns and Todelmer is their color. Fireflies in the caverns have a golden glow, and Todelmers are an intense light green. I showed you the picture earlier that showed the treetops uh, below of the forest below the spires. I can't say very much about it since I'm not very good at identifying trees, but the forest canopy is dense and the ground cannot be seen through the leaves and branches. So there's a very good chance that that's either a jungle or a very dense forest. The spires, of course, are not bare either. There is a type of sparse grass that is growing on them, and we passed quite a bit of that when we were walking up here. And do we have any other questions about this, or any questions or other questions about this age? Uh,
I don't think so.
okay. Rojethy says, "What do they eat?" And the cat answering the question, "What do they eat?" Anything they can find.
Yeah. Yep. Just like animals here on Earth.
Yep. Okay, so I need to. Okay. And that is pretty much everything that there is to say about. Oops. There we go. About Todelmer. So the next stage we need to navigate to is going to be Releeshahn.
Oh, Earl's asking what's the name of the big planet? I assume the one with the ring around it.
The answer to that is we do not know.
Oh, that's an
The-
unusual name. We do not know. Okay, I'm being a smart aleck. Sorry.
Yep. Yes, you are. As for that planet, there was, I did have a guess in the past that it might have been uh, the planet that the pod age is located on. But after talking with Dr. Watson about it, it turns out that that was never intended the intention.
Zeke just came into the hood. Hi, Zeke.
Let's see. I need to go to. Let's see. There we are, the library courtyard. I have no idea why my Nexus window is or screen is borked up in this version of the game.
Oh, it's got duplicates.
Yeah, it's blurry and it's doubled. All I can guess is that that's a artifact of the fact that this is a heavily modified version of EuroCC. If you've ever wondered, these are the doors of the Agra library closed, and they open up to the two sides.
Well, your screenshot of Todelmer is covering your tour of Agra
Oh, I'm
Island.
sorry. I thought I had gotten rid of that, but apparently
No
not.
worries.
So let's go
You're
ahead.
fired as tour guide, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
For a year, yes.
Please come back in a year.
Okay. Now I'm back on the right window. So let's go ahead and walk. And then there's the doors and opening and closing. Anyway. And no, you all will not find this book if you go look in your library.
Hey, I thought of another tour content for next season, comparing Uru Complete Chronicles with Mula.
Okay. This is the age of Releeshahn. And let's go ahead and get a better view here. Okay. In 1810, Atris rode an age called Avarone and met with a native people there. The next year, he hired some of their younger, more adventurous tribe members to help him find survivors of the fall of Denis. He had the intention of rebuilding the Denis civilization. This was an event that became known as the First Restoration. After scouring the caverns for linking books to explore, they located over 1,800 still living Denis and their children. The survivors had basically been waiting for somebody to come along and try to get them back in touch with each other. And so they pretty much all willingly followed Atris and Catherine back to the caverns. Once they were there, they and the Avaronese assistants began collecting the remains of the dead and burying them. Then they began trying to restore their homes. However, that proved to be a much greater problem than Atris had first believed. And after the debacle on tyranny in 1812, Atris gave up on the idea of restoring Denis. Instead, He began working on the initial design notes for an age that would be the new Denis home. The notes were completed on April 19th of 1813, and 2 days later he started writing the descriptive book.
Would you please unmute Zeke and Ninja? And
Okay,
Earl
let me.
asked how you got those photos of screenshots of Releeshahn. I assume it's using fly mode.
Zeke is not in chat.
He's not in Ninja?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So I
And you
can't.
use fly mode to take that screenshot of Releeshahn?
This isn't a screenshot. We're there.
Okay, Earl's asking how you got that shot.
This is from Myst 5.
Okay.
Right, but you're using fly mode to walk around in Myst 5, right? Like you're using a combination. Hi Zeke, we hear you. You're using a combination
Hang
of
on, hang on a second.
Uru's.
He just
Yeah, go
logged
ahead.
in, so let me go ahead and unmute him.
From my end.
There you go. Zeke.
Welcome, Zeke.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
You hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Welcome.
Anyway, Atrus decided to call the new age he was writing Releeshahn, which means the whole in Denis, as in the entire, not as in what you have in the middle of a donut. The name Releeshahn was a tribute to his grandmother, Tiana, who had taught him more about the art than he ever learned from his father Gin. One of her lessons had been about not forgetting the big picture when it came to a prospective age, in favor of just focusing on small details. While I don't remember the exact wording, the idea was to keep one's eye on the whole picture. When he bound the book, he added a metal lock with an inscription carved onto it that read, Ril Maloeta Camto Komala et. We must not forget from whence we came. The work progressed rapidly, and the book was completed sometime between 1814 and 1815. By 1815, the Denis survivors and a number of the Avranese who had braved many dangers to find them moved to the New Age and began building new homes there on the shore of a lake. In 1816, Atrus invited the stranger to visit Tomana so that they could link to Releeshahn and visit the new Denis homeland. However, just after the stranger arrived, a man named Savidro stole Releeshahn's descriptive book in order to hold it hostage. Savidro was a native of an age called Narayan that Atrus had hired to be a tutor for his sons. Savidro was trapped in another of Atrus's ages called Jananan and left there believing that his home, wife, and children had all been destroyed by the boys. He had intended to punish Atrus for the loss of Narayan, but the stranger followed him instead and was able to resolve the situation and return Savidro to Narayan, which was actually still intact. There's a rumor that restoration engineer Phil Henderson may have seen Releeshahn during the time that he was missing from the caverns, but as yet I've been unable to confirm it. The last non-Denis person from Earth's surface who definitely did go there was Dr. Richard A. Watson, who stepped down as chairman of the DRC on December 26 of 2003 and decided to take on the path of the hand. Nearly 2 years later, on October 15th of 2004, Dr. Watson arrived in Kavir and met Yisha face to face for the first time. She set him on the path to control the stone tablet that bound the Baro to Denis, a task he completed. When Dr. Watson gave the tablet to the Baro instead of to either Yisha or Escher, another Denis survivor of the fall, she was so glad that she had the Baro take him to see Releeshahn. Some believe that he was given permission to live there, but there is no proof for or against that idea. It's only certain that he was allowed to visit. For one thing, Yisha would not have had the authority to let an outsider move to the age, since she had nothing to do with its creation and was not a leader of the new Denis society. What she had to say was this: the old is gone, the new has begun to grow. This is the new Denis, restored and free, over none and under only the Maker. The restoration of Denis is not a restoration of the outside of structures and stone, but of the inside of hearts and truth. For kingdoms are only as strong as the hearts of their people. Your heart is right. Welcome to this kingdom. Welcome to this new Denis. While that sounds like an invitation, it may be better to view it as a greeting. It does not state outright that he was given permission to remain indefinitely. And the fact of the matter is that Yisha had absolutely nothing to do with the creation of a new Denis or its restoration. She wasn't alive when they tried to, or I should say, she was alive when they tried to restore Denis. No, she wasn't. She was born in Tomana. So basically, the restoration of Denis, the first restoration of Denis, took place before she was born. Shiloh says, so Watson didn't get his Denis green card, right? Anyway, speaking about the age of Releeshahn, let's go ahead and move our point of view here. Okay, I need Alt-Tab. There we go. Now I should be in the right window. Yes. Something that, I better point out a couple of things about what we're seeing in front of us. By the way, we are the age. Basically, the city, the new Denis city, is set on a narrow coastal plain bordered by tall, snow-capped mountains with plenty of forests on the nearby foothills. It's almost impossible to distinguish any real detail of the town that Denis built from where we are, which is set high up on the side of a vertical cliff face across the lake or bay or whatever it is that the town is set on. It's hard to reach reach Lincoln Point may have been a defensive decision. It's a very long way to ground level on a precarious stairway that has no safety railings. So the residents would have had all the time they'd ever need to notice that someone had arrived and was descending. Okay. Grab the right mouse, Larry. Presumably, they would have made linking books that allowed them to skip the arduous climb all the way up here, since I can't imagine anyone who lived here wanting to ascend and descend hundreds of feet every time they needed to go anywhere else. And it's notable that there's no return book to Tamana here. Something that I was going to point out, this is a little out of sequence, so I'm going to have to scroll to find where I talk about it. Here we go. The link-in point itself is a pattern of stone cobbles with the center stone divided into 3 wedges. The center is surrounded by concentric rings of cobblestones cut to shape. There is Denis writing in one of the rings, but what it says is unknown. Richard Watson, the scientist, was not consulted for this text when the artist who made it came up with it. The cobble pattern, by the way, is repeated. If you look at the columns, and that archway that's surrounded. The writing on the cobblestones is a short series of letters that repeat continuously around the circle. However, no one can make any sense of it because the letters are B, C, H, E, G, H, D, H, O, P, the A letter, and Z. The only thing that looks like a Denis word in there is though, which means how. Nothing else in that is in the Denis lexicon, and Richard Watson himself can't make any sense of what it might have been intended to be. So let's look up. Walking outside the circle, we do see something here which we've seen a form of before. This tree, which although it's green, looks very much like the tree with rose-colored leaves that we see in the age of oh goodness, let's see. Let me catch up to my notes here. Annonay. Here we go. The trees on Annonay look very much like this, except they have darker trunks and pale rose-colored leaves.
Well, please remind me, who made Myst 5? Did it go back to Cyan? Because there were other companies that made Myst 3 and Myst 4. So it went back to Cyan for Myst 5, correct?
Myst 5 was made by Cyan from stuff that they had intended to go into Uru for the most part.
Oh, right, including the Great Shaft and whatnot. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
So any case, I speculated that this type of tree might be what in Denis is called lalam, and which were probably native to the original Denis homeworld Gartene. If so, it was a very nice touch for Atris to write a reminder of Denis' distant lost past into their new home. I'll go ahead and turn around and walk over here. And let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. Get past this tree. There we go. Now we have a much better view of the Denis city. As you can see, it's more or less surrounded by water, probably a lake. And we are completely separated from it. Oops. So, you can see that the city itself is actually a bit larger than it first looks like. It actually extends all the way up this valley. And there are three towers, one here, and one in the distance.
It looks like there's a dangerous creature emerging from the lake. You.
Yeah. What can I say? That I always wanted to visit. Okay, let's see. So now that we have a better view of the Denis city, in the valley in the distance, there are two other monuments that look exactly like the one that's nearby. That makes three in total. The two monuments in the valley are said to have been dedicated to Atris and Catherine. I don't know. Hang on just a second. I don't know who the third monument was dedicated to, but a possibility is that it honors an Avernese man named Mir, who tragically died in the search for Denis survivors. He'd linked through the book of an age called Aurak. Catherine surmised that Aurak had been a hunting age. Mir encountered an unknown animal there. All the other people who had linked through after him heard was crashing noises, and when they went to find Mir, all they found was bloody clothings, signs of a struggle, blood spatters, and a trail of something being dragged into the bushes. And that is pretty much everything that we know or can say about Releeshahn.
Is that the same snowy mountain we see in Arcana?
No. Completely
like
different age.
No, but I mean, did Cyan copy it over?
No, that's a backdrop. It's not an actual model.
Okay.
That's why I can't go any further than this. if I turn to the side, you can see the man behind the curtain, so to speak.
So you admit you're the wizard. Oh, that's fun.
Yep. So I was trying to be very careful about the angles that I was showing you, Al. Anyway, and that's it for that is it for the tour season.
Wow. Any last minute questions for Larry about all 3 years worth of tours? Well, gosh, thank you all for coming.
And it just occurred to
Go
me
ahead.
that I forgot something. Let's see. Facebook. And then I need to go to groups. And here we go. Open in new tab. And let's see. Web browser. Okay.
Did everyone say hi to Mawa, Rawa's mother? She's been in Twitch chat the whole time.
Do you want me to close, or do you want to close, Susan?
Yeah, or maybe each of us can just give our closing comments and let you guys say your closing comments. But go ahead.
What I was just doing was bringing up today's cavern.
Oh,
schedule.
okay, and then we'll say our goodbyes.
Okay. So I want to thank you all for joining the Cavern Tours this season. It's great to. Don't forget to donate to the CavCon. It helps keep the lights on so that we can keep bringing you these tours all the time. And thank you for Larry, our historian, Arte, our other historian, Susan and Zeke, me being your host for this season. And then Susan, you have some
And Murphac.
before we talk about today's events.
Yeah, and we also thank Murphac, of course, our special effects technician, the one who operated Mirabot for 3 years, plus the 2 years season before that. As I said at the beginning, this is bittersweet. It's been a long journey, but I'll miss you all. Larry plans to take about a year off. Shiloh has tentatively volunteered to serve as host for the next season, so she's going to stay in touch with Larry. I am deeply, deeply grateful to all the hard work that Larry put into these. I can't even imagine the number of hours that he spent researching all this, much less getting it in a format that he can share within a 2-hour window. And I'm completely amazed by that. And just his extent of knowledge, Arte's knowledge as well. I mean, between them, they probably have how many years knowledge about the Myst series and Myst Online and whatnot. and then Zeke, who was basically the progenitor of the tours, and Murphac, like I said, the special effects um, technician. And it's just been such an honor and a pleasure serving as hostess for this season and the last season. An utter joy. I just really enjoyed working with these gentlemen. And I'll deny that I said that in the future. Just kidding. I'm just being silly. So thank you all so much. And I mean, I'll pop into the game from time to time, so I'm not going to delete my tunes or anything, but my avatars. But thank you all so much. Larry, do you have any closing comments? And then we'll read the today's events.
Well, it basically that since this is the close of the season, but we're not ruling out having another one. Uh, I will, of course, take a year off because I did. But that means that the next tour season won't begin before the end of 2026. Whether or not that'll be before or after New Year's Day is something that has to be decided. But it won't be. It'll be after Christmas, maybe after New Year's Day. We'll see whether or not it's the very end of 2026 or the very beginning of 2027.
But as I posted on the left imager, sort of a goodbye message, Larry posts all these videos on his YouTube channel. Larry, is it Fontenot? Is it pronounced Fontenot?
Yes.
That's the Gaelic pronunciation. Just kidding. So
No.
if y'all need your tour fix, go ahead and rewatch his YouTube videos. I think they're pretty much posted there
Yeah.
permanently.
And
It's
also on the YouTube, it's under the live feed. It's not under the videos, so you have to go and search for the live feed to find the tours.
it's the French Fontenot is French spell pronunciation. French people are too lazy to pronounce consonants at the end of words, except for the letters F, L, R, and C. Those are the
Ah,
those are the only ones that they can be bothered to say at the end of a word.
okay. Okay, so as far as today's events goes, there's going to be no story night today. Thank you for letting us know about that, Cave Woman, because
Yeah.
Arte had a previous engagement, but I'm assuming he'll resume it next Saturday
Yeah,
at
it's
both
not on
1400 and 2330 key time.
it's not on the calendar that I have up.
Yeah, it's not on the calendar either. There's karaoke at 1600, and then Aoheek night at 2100 in the competitive Myst Online League Hood, and karaoke is in the New Messengers pub. So with that said, I think Larry's going to end the stream, and we'll see you around.
See you in a little over a year. Okay. And
Bye, everybody. Big hugs.
goodbye.